Cha-cha. Cha-cha. Coming at you this week. It is it. It is the final frickin' countdown to the playoffs in all the leagues. All of them. This is it. Put up or shut up time. Winner take all. Or loser go home and cry forever. This is the week 12 edition of the Fantasy Football Recap, where we recap the Messiah League with the Spikes, the Elite League with the Rundown, and the Rough League with the Rough Rides. So let's get right into it with our cool, handy-dandy paper right here. In the Messiah League, we have the Joint Killer Play of the Week is going to go to Danny. You terrible, terrible human being. Alvin Chevy Kamara, 30.8 points. You know, that guy's playing out of his mind. Is he Rookie of the Year? Maybe. I mean, probably. That guy's freaking nuts. I personally would have liked to have seen a lot of those points, 30 of them to be exact, go to Mark Ingram. But hey, it is what it is. You know, wishful thinking. Also, honorable mention to your play of Andy Catfish Dalton with 23.16. Now, I call him Andy Catfish Dalton because sometimes he catfishes you into thinking he's going to play well. But he didn't catfish you this week. He was legit. He was real from the heart. Yeah, good job, Danny. You beat me. You knocked me out of first place. So who's in first place now? I don't know. But we move on to the Forget Me Not play of the week. And it's really Forget Me Not teams of the week now. And to top it off, yeah, myself, you know, I lost to Danny, a game I should have won. You know, I really should have started Jamal Williams. That would have helped me out a lot. But wishful thinking in the past. What can I do? Thomas, 68.1 points, man. That was pretty bad. Justin, 59.12 points. You're just continuing your streak of sucking really hard. You know, and Alan, you didn't do too good this week either. Joe Mixon did. You should have traded him to me a long time ago. Now we're going to move on to the straight to the top score of the week. Marco, 136.16 points. A solid output from your entire team. Entire team. You know, not just Antonio Brown, not just Carson Wentz, but the whole team. Very solid. Great job from you this week. And, I mean, great job for you now in the standings as you've moved up in the standings. But we're going to get to that in a minute. I'm dying. We're going to get to that right now, actually, because there is no Bukaki game of the week. No game was close. No game was really interesting. So, straight on to the standings. In last place, we've got a new last place. Mike, I play you this week. Throw me the game. Just give it to me, man. I need it. You don't need it. I need it. Your season's over. Mine isn't. Give it to me. 11th place, we've got the Silver Douche himself, Danny. 10th place, Jimmy at 3-9. 9th place, Alan. Should have traded me Joe Mixon when you had the chance. 8th place, Justin. And now we got the teams that are still competing for a playoff spot. We got two teams now that legitimately have a chance to make that last and final spot. And that's John, who's 6-6, and Thomas, who is 7-5. If Thomas wins, Thomas is in, and that's it. If Thomas loses, then John has to win. John is praying for a Thomas loss and a win this week. It could happen. It really could happen. So John's in 7th, Thomas is in 6th. The top 5 teams have all clinched playoff berths. That's congratulations to Coasty. I clinched a few weeks ago, so I'm good. I'm in 4th place, but hey, it is what it is. Marco, Mikey, and our new first place team who received the Fantasy Football Recap boom, the push, the bump up, because that's what happens when we have the Fantasy Football Recap at your home. Matt, the Hurtin' Curtain, 9-3, winner of 6 in a row. But, you know, there is a little something about having first place going into the playoffs in the Messiah League. No team ever in the history of this league has ever won the whole thing, going into the playoffs as the number 1 seed. Never has it ever been done. I've gone into the playoffs twice with the first seed. Lost both times. Didn't even win a game. Maybe you'll break it this year. I hope not, but maybe you will. Now we're going to move on to the Rough League. And in the Rough League, we have the Play of the Week, who, she usually gets the worst play of the week, but this week it's not. It's the other way around. It's reversal. It's backwards. Julio Jones, he just scored another touchdown. Mohamed Sanu threw him another 50-yard touchdown pass. Now we're back in the real world. Julio Jones, he had a great game for you. A good win for you, even though your season's over. But, it's always good to win, regardless, right? Worst play of the week is just going to go to Justin for sucking so damn much. I hate you. You suck. And you lost. Good job. Lose again this week. And maybe you won't make the playoffs. Hopefully you won't. Now, the top score of the week is going to go to, none other than Lewis. This doesn't happen often, as in it's never happened before in any of the Yahoo leagues that I've run, as far as I can remember. Matt from the Messiah League got really, really close the year he won the title. But so far, no one has ever broken the 200 plane. It's just been right where we can't get to it. But Lewis, you pulled off the impossible, man. 208 points. 208. Kirk Cousins, 20.08. Antonio Brown, 35.9. Robbie Anderson, who also just caught another touchdown pass, 29.6. Robbie Mr. Anderson. Alvin Kamara, 33.8. Latavius Murray, 14.4. Jonathan Williams, 27.5. Greg the Leg Zerloin, 21 flat. New England with 17, all adding up to 208 points. Good job, man. I mean, what can I say? It was a monster game. A monster game. Game of the week is going to go to Mike and Matt. It was a very close game. If Crabtree didn't goose egg or, get into that fight, it probably wouldn't have been as close. But he did, and he lost his chain again for it. And he's going to get suspended for a game. So, Mike, figure out what you're doing this week with him. It was a great game, but Mike pulled out the win by roughly 3 points. And he also locked up his playoff spot. Matt, on the other hand, it's not looking good, bud. We go right into the standings for the Rough League. In last place, picking up her second win, we've got Ari at 2-10. I don't know what's going on with me. In ninth place, we've got Jillian at 3-9. In eighth place, we've got Chris, 5-7, still hanging on. He can do it. You can do it. You just need a lot to happen this week. You can really do it, man. I believe. In seventh place, we've got the aforementioned terrible team himself, Justin, 6-6. Lose and get out of the playoffs. Nobody wants you there. In sixth place, we've got Chalupa Batman himself, Matt, 6-6. You've lost 2 in a row, man. You need a win bad. If you win, you're in. If you lose, you're out. In fifth place, we've got Danny sitting at 7-5. A win and you're in. In fourth place, we've got the Chakamaka Falaka herself, Mullen, sitting at 7-5. Another win and you're in. And now we have the teams that have clinched. We've got in third place, we've got Mike at 8-4. He won, so he's in. In second place, Lewis, a 200-point game will get you in, I guess. And in first place still, myself. We got big matchups this week, though, as Lewis and I play each other, and I seek the revenge for Clan Schmerling. I will avenge you, Chris. I will. I'm coming for you, Lewis. Now we move on to the Elite League, where it was a pretty good week for most teams. The play of the week, though, is going to go to Alex. Now, usually I don't like to give Homer plays, but you started Phillip Rivers, and your homer play of Philip Three Rivers got you 34.86 points and really helped you out a lot. Because if you would have played Dak, it really wouldn't have been good for you at all. As with the scoring in the Elite League, Dak got another week of negative points. So good job with your homer play, and more from this game in a moment. But first, we're going to go to the bad week of the week. Again, myself, 82.98 points. I really could have had a stranglehold on first place and that first round bye, but I didn't. Good job, Jimmy. Good job, man. You really took it to me. I only put up 82.98 points. It was just a bad week for me this week. But it's going to be better next week because I play Coasty, and I'm going to beat him for him beating me in the Messiah League. I'm coming for you. Now we're going to go to the top score of the week, and that isn't very far away, which is John. John put up 160.08 points behind Carson Wentz with his 29.9, Julio Jones and his cool 50 points. And then, your two other players after that didn't even hit double digits, but Delaney Walker with 14.4, Jamison Crowder, he gave you a full 24 points on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope it was great for everyone. And the rest of your team really wasn't, that much. I mean, Philly got you 13, but it is what it is. But 160.08 points keeps you alive, keeps you going, keeps you running strong. John could be dangerous if he can make it to week 15, because Rodgers is scheduled to come back. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But yeah, another good week by John. Game of the week is going to go to Alex and Sam. The final score was 94.72 to 91.36. Alex pulled off with the win. He got a solid 11 points from 4 of his players, which is good. One of those players being your kicker, another being your defense. That's a good output there. And 11.7 from your flex is another good output. And I mean, you won this game even with Crabtree goose egging. You still won. It's kind of interesting. The last two game of the weeks were games featuring Michael Crabtree, and the team that had Crabtree still won. Crazy. But yeah, you got 34.8 from Phillip Rivers, and it was a really good, solid game from you all around. Sam, you just Brady to Gronk just wasn't enough for you. It just wasn't enough. And now we're going to move on to the standings for the Elite League. And in last place, and completely eliminated, we have Jimmy, 4-8. It was nice knowing you, bud. Have fun in the offseason. In ninth place, we've got John. Not John, Joe. My bad. Too many J names. J this, J that. Joe, LA Devonta's Inferno has been cooled off. Meaning done. Out. Kaput. 4-8. Your season's over. I'll see you at work. Sorry. In 8th place, and still alive, Matt Sapon. From first to worst, maybe from worst to first. You never know. And damn. In 7th place, we've got Sam, who's trying so hard to make America Gronk again. At 6-6, just holding on. In 6th place, the team that just beat him, Alex, 6-6, holding on to that 6th place spot. In 5th place, Coasty, I'm gonna knock you out of the playoffs this week, bud. In 4th place, we've got Alan, who's trying to defend that trophy as hard as he can, but he could easily get knocked out of the playoffs, depending on whether he wins or loses. And in 3rd place, we've got John. A big win from John. Big win. John could get knocked out of the playoffs. He's still not a lock. There are only 2 teams that are locked for the playoffs. That's Justin, sitting at 8-4 in 2nd place. Good job. It's the best thing you've done all year. And in 1st place, myself, still a cool 1,400 points, and in 1st place. And here we are. Rip, ready, and roaring to go. Justin and I will be a lock for one of the top 2 seeds. One of us is going to get a top seed. It's probably going to go to me. Hopefully. I want that bye. And that's it. That is it. Finito. Kaput. Done. That's it. But this is it. This is the final countdown. Win, and you're in. Lose, and you're out. And this is over, pretty much. Follow me on Twitter at chocol8mlk. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, which you're watching right now, hopefully. And good luck to you. Good luck to all of you. Except you, Lewis. Fuck you.